Okay. Today is November 3rd, 2025. I'm going to be going over the trade that I took today. So let's get straight into it. So coming into the day, I was pretty bullish. I had a bullish bias. I was bullish until proven wrong. So I was looking for longs today. At New York Open, my initial drawn liquidity was this previous day high right here. Coming into market open, Nasdaq manipulated lower, which was amazing. That's exactly what I wanted to see. I wanted to see potentially London lows getting taken out before we take longs. So here's what happened. Around 10:15, we left a 5-minute bearish fair value gap right here. Scroll along over to the 1-minute time frame. I was looking for inversions. We also came down and we took out London lows, and we also had an SMT with this new week opening gap right here with ES. ES had already came down and tapped the new week opening gap, so I was fine with taking longs after that, especially after London lows had been taken. Scroll back into this right here. So you see, we come up and we form a nice fair value gap right here after sweeping London lows and tapping back into this 5-minute fair value gap right here. So we came down, tapped this fair value gap. So I was looking for a continuation long, but I did my reason for taking this trade was I said I was bullish, so obviously my higher time frame drawn liquidity would have been previous day high or this high right here. Now I said even if we were to be bearish, we would need to come up and tap this unmitigated 5-minute fair value gap and then push lower. So I saw that we had a nice 1-minute fair value gap right here. Came down, respected this 5-minute fair value gap even more, and then we had an inverse fair value gap right here. So right here we would have inversed this 1-minute bearish fair value gap. Let's just so this fair value gap now becomes an IFVG. I'll make it blue. Right. Oh, my bad. Right. So we have this 1-minute bearish IFVG. I would have taken my entry right here. Now, this wasn't necessarily a 1-to-1 trade, so I moved my stop loss down to here just to make it 1-to-1 because I was very confident in this drawn liquidity. And I thought that before we go lower, we do have to go higher to this 5-minute fair value gap. So I put my TP right here, and I like to put my TP a little bit below my actual target just to avoid getting edged, just to avoid my TP getting edged. You know, for me personally, I prefer to take a little bit less profit on my drawn liquidity than to get edged, get stopped out, then it run to my TP, and then I now look to revenge trade. So what do? Manipulate a little bit lower, and then we come up. And what does price do? Hit this bearish fair value gap. Now, it did not completely tap this fair value gap, but that's because we had an SMT. ES tapped the 5-minute fair value gap first and creating a very, very strong bearish reaction. And what does the price do? It plays out. So if my stop loss was right here, if I hadn't moved my TP a little bit lower, I would have gotten stopped out. Or even right here, after this high gets taken, would be a good spot to move to break even considering how close the gap is. However, after seeing ES take this fair value gap first, it would not be a bad idea to full close manually. It's not an emotional full close. It's a statistic. It's a technical full close due to the ES having a bearish reaction straight out after tapping that 5-minute fair value gap. So yeah, that was the trade that I took today. It was a very light trade. Wanted to go very risk off. I didn't really like how price action was moving. I was too bullish. There was another short that played out, but I believe this is the short that played out right here. Right here, there was a 1-minute IFVG. I personally didn't take it, but I do know some people that took it from right here. Stop loss would be right at this swing high. TP would be right here for a good 1 to 5 RR. So that was the one trade I took today. I could have made bank on this as well, but like I said, my bias was bullish, so I didn't want to take anything outside of my bias until I was proven wrong. So tap that 5-minute. That was my target, my piece of the pie, and yeah, just done for the day.